Hello friends, welcome to our channel retailconnect.com. So in this session we will discuss reflect in JavaScript. Reflect in JavaScript. Okay. So what is basically reflect and why we use and what are the features okay inside that so that we can use. So basically reflect reflect keyword was introduced in ES6. Okay. So reflect is basically a part of meta programming. It's a part of meta programming. Meta programming means that it tells about the object. The object can use this reflect for its operations as well to get its values, to see whatever things inside that, what are the properties, and we can manually set or get values from that. Okay, so the features inside this is similar to the means the methods which exposed by the reflect is similar to the proxies. Okay, so proxies in JavaScript is also a part of meta programming that is used to tap any operations on any object or function with the help of get, set, apply, and there are multiple like hash. You can check with hash, construct. Okay, similarly, all these things are inside the reflect. Okay, so earlier before ES6, we used the object dot define property, object dot keys to get the keys. Okay, so that were the things which were available earlier, like array dot is array. That is what tells that about your object, whatever you have defined. So it's called a meta programming, details about your object. Okay, so object keyword reflect cam in ES6. Okay, so basically the first thing is that reflect is a object. Okay, reflect is an object, built-in object. Okay, so you can say built-in that you don't have to create. That means it don't use new keyword. Okay, to initialize. So you can't reconstruct reflect. Okay, so basically you will use like felicity reflect simply dot, and then you can have multiple features. You can see apply, construct, define property. Okay, delete property, get on property. This is descriptor. Okay, get prototype of hash is extensible, get on keys, prevent extensible, set property of reflect. Okay, so these are the properties inside which we can use. Okay, so let's suppose we have a object which have a1 b2, let's suppose. Okay, so we can have here hash. You can have to pass your target object and your property key. So target object is your object and property key is, let's suppose, b. Okay, so here you can console dot log. So you can okay, that means our property exists. So that's why it's called meta programming concepts. Okay, because you get the details information about your exact object. Okay, so if you have c here, then you have false. Okay, so this is one of the method which is inside this reflect object, which takes the target object and your property key. Okay, similarly we will discuss one by one methods. Okay, so that we can easily. So first the three important is the get, set, hash. Okay, you can easily use in the mostly you can see this can be used everywhere. Okay, so let's suppose we have an get. Okay, see, you can see if we pass the key which doesn't exist, we are getting undefined. If you have a here, then you have the value 1, then b you have 2. That means what now we have discussed, we have discussed hash, okay, dot hash. Then now we have discussed get, to get the value with the help of key. So what are the parameters you can see here? It's a target and property key, and receiver is an optional. Okay, you can pass, you can paste it here. Okay, so console dot log it's undefined. Okay, so we will discuss later. We will now go for set here. Okay, so if you want to set some value like c, and then we have your value here. Okay, so like 89. Okay, then if you will console dot log obj, then you will have a b and c with new value. So you can see it's a target, and second one is property key, and third one is value, and optional is receiver. Okay, so now we will come for the next method. You can see like you can use, we have used the get, set, and next we can see like delete. Okay, so you can also use the delete property. We have delete property, and it has deleted this one, so that's why it's returned true. If you can see, if we have target, object, and property key. So if you can see, we have a and b left because we have deleting c. If you have c and value something here, okay, again you will get true. If you have, let's suppose r, okay, so it's returning true. That means if it not exists, then also it will reflect true only. If there is no such key available, okay, then also it returns true in all case. We will check with another one. There is nothing exists. If you will delete a, then you are getting true. Okay, that means delete property returns always true whether it exists or not. Now we come for the another more property. Okay, like you can see the construct. Okay, so for that, let's suppose we have an example. Let sum equal to, okay, and we have a variable a comma b comma c. Okay, and but you can see you can return the sum. Okay, also you can add. Okay, now we will use the reflect. Okay, let r equal to reflect dot construct. We will, what we will do, we will pass the sum, and then we will pass the array list of parameters. That means 3 4. If we pass 2 3 4, okay, so you have to use the function keyword, so that's why we have to construct. Okay, so because arrow function doesn't support construction. Now what we will do, control dot log, and we have r dot sum. Okay, so we are not getting anything here. Now what we'll have to do, you have to assign this value inside any this like some object sum equal to, okay, then you will get. If you will return, you will not get. Okay, we have used this keyword to assign some variable inside this scope with this value, and using the constructor we have created this one. If you don't use the reflect, you can use like this. You can use the new you can use the new function here with arguments. Okay, then you can have console.log, and then you have sum. Okay, so if you don't use the reflect construct, okay, then you can have to use new keyword. Okay, so this is the example of using the construct inside. So this basically creates the constructor work, okay, on behalf of your function. Okay, so we have the delete property, okay, here. Now we can have check on keys. What are the on keys inside? If you control Z everything, we will have our object here. Okay, so if you will console on keys, okay, so you have to pass the target here. Okay, so you can see, if you can see, we have the target object here. Okay, so you will get the array of your objects inside here, this one. Okay, now if you have object dot equal to window, okay, so you can see, okay, this one. Okay, so you can see that if it have the properties, it can show this one. Okay, now we can go for another methods like delete property. We have already seen. Okay, so you can use apply. Okay, you can see apply as well. Okay, so apply is basically used with, let's suppose, console.log, and we have reflect.apply. Okay. So let's suppose I want to pass that dot, and you can have, let's suppose, max. Okay, and you have this argument. Don't have now this argument now, but arguments list array 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can see output. Okay, that means reflect.apply will use the target function and the argument, this argument. Okay, and you have the argument list as array. Okay, so you can use this last, okay, using the apply. Okay, the rest all are like define property. You have get on property descriptor and get prototype of each extensible. Okay, each extensible is same as the object is in each extensible. Okay, so you can use it. Okay. Like you can see, if you have an object, let equal to 5, so you can check each extensible. Then you have a, and you can see, yes, it is true. Okay. Okay, so these are all the things you can use with the reflect key. Okay, you can easily get all the things inside this one. Okay, and you can use. So basically, we will come with more topics on reflect. Uh, the main topic which we will be covering next topic, reflect versus proxy in JS. Okay. So what are the basic difference, and actually both have the same properties like add, get. Okay, so we will discuss, and both belongs to the meta programming of JavaScript, which was both introduced in ES6. Okay, so basically all the differences we will discuss in next topic. So this topic is only for reflect keyword. So how can we use to get the objects related property, checking a property, deleting a property inside object. Okay. Thanks for watching this session. Okay, and subscribe our channel so that you can get some notification. Okay. Thank you for watching.